All right, so the question is, how can I add a sharper bevel to like a knife blade? So this is just a super curvy blade, just to push the idea. I made this with is just a plane that I modified and thickened, and then used a crease tool on the end to sharpen the point. So far, what we've been playing with was the idea of taking like one side and weld vertices. It definitely works better if you to weld vertices if you first go through and delete the faces that you're gonna be working with. So let me select those if it'll let me. All of them. Nope, one more. So now it's an open frame, so you can actually like see inside of it. So one side I'm going to do with welding vertices. So we definitely ran into an oddity problem here at the end when I did this. Things will definitely change around. Now the problem here is this creates a pretty even slope from what is my center line to that edge. It still works, but that's one of the things that happens. I probably should have thickened this a bit more to really emphasize it. But if you are trying to really keep a crease, now of course you probably could have tried using a bevel inside of that. So let's try to do that. Let me try using a crease right down the center line. Not sure what's going to happen here. So as I crease this line, I certainly get a much sharper bevel here. Now, of course, I went vertex to vertex instead of midpoint, so it did not leave them in the middle, but there you go. But if you are trying to keep the angle a little sharper, what you could try is finish form. Now that you're outside of the workspace, you could try using a chamfer on that face, or sorry, on that edge, and try dragging it inward. I'm going to get some complex errors, so that's not going to work either. Excuse me. So unfortunately, that's not going to work as well either. It does actually look like the putting a crease right in the center line actually worked quite well. The one other thing I've tried is I have used a sweep using the center line as a path. So let me show you what I mean by that. I want to create a sketch. Let's see if it'll let me on this edge. It will not. So this I will have to do again. Let's try plane at a long path, and I'm going to use that edge line. If it'll let me, yes, it does let me select that center line as a path. I'm going to change my distance to 1. That'll bring it all the way to the edge. You could work from the other side as well. It doesn't matter. Hit OK, and I'm going to create a sketch on that line. Ooh, I don't know why the whole thing twisted. That's weird. Don't know. Let me see if I can adjust that. I don't know why the heck that changed. All right, for some reason the path rotated. That's super weird. Yeah, 'cause it's flat there. But then when I go into the sketch, it rotates. Never had that one happen before. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a fit point spline from like above, somewhere there, and I wouldn't go all the way to the tip, but right there. So I just have a sweeping line going through. Hit OK. And what I'm going to do here, oh, why the heck is it all the way up there? See, I didn't use my project. Let me drag that line back over here where I wanted it to be. Great, dimension lines, get out of the way. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay. And And okay. So what I've done is I just created a line that completely got lost. So what I did is I created a line just here at the end. And I'm going to use the sweep tool to sweep that profile. Oh, I needed to create that as a closed sketch. Sorry. So I don't know why it is warping like that. So I'm just going to make like a thickness that will definitely go farther because I'm going to use this to cut. And I'm going to just go ahead and close this line up and make it like a closed profile. Okay, cool. There we go. Sometimes the dimensions get really messed up on this program. All right, so I'm gonna use a sweep, my profile, my path is going to be that center line. And now it's going to cut all the way down, hopefully. And it's going to go right out the side. Hit OK. And now I have that cut running all the way down the profile. Now, obviously, if I had gone through my sketch and mirrored that, that would get me the same result, and that would work well too. So let me see if I can do that. I don't know if it'll let me because everything got all so screwy here. No, there's nothing to work against. So you might be able to just mirror that option. So looks like the solution, the better solution, the one with less steps and the one that's not going to get as wonky on you, is add extra lines down the center in the form workspace and use the crease tool to throw that in. So I've used the sweep tool down the edge as a path to cut away, but this one, I don't know what I accidentally selected and it's not doing as well as I'd like it to, but there we are. So that should work at least, do it at least getting you close to what you want.